There's a reason some men walk into a room and own it without saying a word. It's not luck, it's something far deeper. A leaked set of body language secrets, once reserved for elite circles, is finally out. But only the bold will use it. Subscribe before it disappears. Have you ever stood across from someone and noticed how quickly they blink when they're anxious? That tiny detail, the rapid blinking, tells you more about their confidence than their words ever could. Now flip the script. Imagine you're in a tense conversation. Someone's trying to challenge you, maybe even intimidate you. Instead of reacting, you slow your blink. One slow, deliberate blink. You're not tired. You're not bored. You're just calmly in control. This tiny behavior sends a massive message. I'm not threatened. I'm not rushing. I'm observing. Why does this work? Because in high-pressure moments, our nervous system speeds everything up, including blinking. But those who remain calm, they blink slowly. It shows they're not in fight or flight mode. They're the ones who stay in control while everyone else unravels. The next time someone tries to get a rise out of you, don't flinch. Don't rush. Just let your eyelids move like you're watching the world in slow motion. And watch what happens. Their voice might falter, their confidence might dip, and suddenly, they're the ones trying to keep up. Stay still, blink slowly, be the one who rattles others, without saying a word. Walk like you own the ground. Let's picture two people walking into the same room. One is in a hurry, bouncing a bit, shifting their balance with every step. The other walks in like the floor itself bends to them. Slow, heavy, calm. Who would you notice? The way you walk is one of the first signals your body sends to the world. And powerful people? They don't rush. They don't wobble. Their steps are smooth, grounded, and deliberate. Like every stride has purpose. Here's the trick. Stop walking like you're trying to get somewhere fast. Instead, move like you're already where you're supposed to be. Each footstep should feel like you're planting your authority into the floor. Try this. Next time you're walking into a room, imagine your body carrying weight, not from stress, but from presence. Slow your pace just slightly. Let your shoulders relax. And as you move, don't sway side to side. Glide forward with purpose. You're not just entering a space, you're claiming it. And just wait, because before you even speak, everyone will feel something different about you. They won't know what changed, but they'll feel it. Master the silent entrance. Here's where it gets interesting. Most people walk into a room and immediately start talking. Hey everyone, what's up? Can I just say something real quick? You're going to do the exact opposite. The moment you step into a room, take 3 seconds. That's it, 3 slow seconds. Use them to scan. Let your eyes move intentionally. Not too fast. Make eye contact with 1 or 2 people, but just for a beat. No smiles, no nods, just presence. You're not being rude, you're being noticed. Those 3 seconds make people pause. They feel your presence before you even speak. You haven't said a word, and yet somehow, the room just feels different. This is what confident leaders do all the time. CEOs, high-level negotiators, even elite athletes. They don't fight for attention. Attention naturally turns to them because they carry that unspoken gravity. Try this once. Walk into a meeting, a classroom, a party, and just observe. Then speak. You'll notice something shift. People will start leaning in when you talk, as if your words suddenly matter more. That's presence. And it all starts before you even open your mouth. Embrace stillness like a predator. Imagine being in a debate or disagreement. You've said your piece, and now someone's pushing back. Loudly, emotionally, maybe even trying to provoke you. What do most people do? They fidget. They cross their arms, they tap their feet, they shift nervously. Now imagine you do the opposite. You stay still. No blinking, no shifting, just quiet, unwavering stillness. Suddenly you're not reacting, you're calculating. That stillness becomes louder than any words you could say. It creates a vacuum. And people rush to fill that silence. This is one of the most underrated power moves. Stillness in a moment of tension shows you're not afraid. You're not rattled, you're simply waiting. It can be uncomfortable for others, and that's exactly the point. They'll start guessing what you're thinking. They might explain themselves more than necessary. They might even stumble over their own thoughts, just to fill the space you left open. Because silence, it can speak louder than shouting. And stillness, it's often the most commanding move in the room. Let silence do the heavy lifting. Here's a secret nobody talks about. Fast talkers rarely get listened to. And those who speak immediately after being asked a question often give up their power without realizing it. So, what should you do? Pause. Let that silence hang for a second, maybe two. It might feel uncomfortable at first, but here's the trick. It makes your words feel more considered, more important. Someone asks you something, and instead of jumping in, you wait. Not because you don't know the answer, but because you do, and you want to deliver it on your terms. This does two things. First, it creates suspense. The other person leans in, wondering what you're about to say. And second, it subtly flips the power. They're waiting on you. That pause builds anticipation. It makes them assume you're more thoughtful, more calculated, more composed. And more importantly, it gives you space to think rather than react. Try it. You'll notice people taking you more seriously, even if you say fewer words overall, because it's not how much you speak, and it's how much weight your words carry. Leave like a leader. Most people finish a conversation and wait for a cue to leave. They linger awkwardly, hoping for a clean exit. But powerful people? They choose when the interaction ends. Here's how it works. When you're ready to leave a conversation, don't wait for a pause. Don't fumble for an excuse. Instead, slightly turn your body. Let your eyes glance away for just a second. Then give a small nod, as if you're already transitioning to something else. It's subtle, respectful, but decisive. What does this do? It tells the other person, I appreciate this moment, but I control my time. And in a world where everyone is trying to be heard, the person who values their time most wins. It might feel strange at first, especially if you're used to being overly polite. But once you master it, you'll notice people start to treat your time as more valuable. They'll prepare better. They'll speak more concisely. They'll try not to waste it, because people mirror how you treat your own time. And those who manage their presence manage how the world responds to them, the final glance that haunts them. You've had the conversation, you've made your point, you've even begun to walk away. But before you go, there's one last move. Right before you exit, pause for a split second, turn your head just slightly, and glance back. No smile, no expression, just a brief, unreadable look. Why? Because people don't remember every word you said. They remember how you made them feel. That final look, it plants a seed, a question, a feeling that maybe there's more to you than meets the eye. It's a psychological cliffhanger, and in that moment, you become memorable, not because you said too much, but because you left just enough unsaid. This technique leaves an impression, not just in casual conversations, but in interviews, negotiations, even first dates. It's the final note that echoes long after the music stops. Let people wonder. Let them feel just a bit off balance. Let them chase that sense of mystery, because that's where influence begins. So here's what you've learned. True power doesn't shout. It doesn't posture. It doesn't need to prove itself. It blinks slowly. It walks with purpose. It commands rooms before speaking. It remains still when tested. It waits before answering. It decides when conversations end. And it leaves behind a feeling that lingers long after you're gone. These aren't just body language tricks. They're shifts in presence. And when you start using them, you'll feel it. People will react differently. They'll listen more, respect more, chase your energy instead of you chasing theirs. But here's something to think about. Which of these felt the most unnatural to you? That's probably where your greatest transformation lies. Drop your answer in the comments. And if you're ready to level up even further, the next video, The Dark Psychology of Influence, will show you how to master minds, not just rooms. Because once you master both, the world starts moving to your rhythm. See you there.